I believe you do.
Together we can fight Reva, Maeve.
India, my opponent is Kyle's heart. It's not Reva
No,
Lewis.
don't be foolish. You've never even met a woman like her before. You've never had the dubious opportunity. She's a far cry from the polite, refined women in our set. Reva Lewis is an ill-bred, social climbing wanton who'll stop at nothing to get what she wants. And that right now is Philip and Kyle.
You hold it right there, India.
Know that no one is going to take her place with me.
Reva's place is with me. She's my wife.
Face facts, HB. Let her go.
When hell freezes over.
Well, Reva, now that you're here, I think it's time we cleared the air.
Oh, no, I've heard pretty much all I need
Too
to
bad,
hear.
because I've got plenty more to say.
India.
I know all about you, Mrs. Lewis. I know where you're from, and I know what you're after.
Oh, poor baby. Nothing better to do with your time?
Oh, your immoral social climb up the ladder is common knowledge.
India, that's enough.
You're nothing but an ordinary gold digger from the wrong side of the track.
This is ridiculous. It won't solve anything.
Your mother was the Lewis's maid, for heaven's sake. Now, don't you think your affectations of being an elegant lady are a bit transparent? You were nothing but Tulsa trash, doing anything you could to try to rise above your little dreary circumstances. And you did it the only way you know how, by sleeping your way out of the slums and into the mansions.
Stop it. This is ugly and pointless.
Well, it worked with the Lewis men. All of the Lewis men at last count. Oh, maybe they like a little local color. But you weren't content with that, were you? You snagged the old man. But that still isn't enough for you, is it, Reva?
India, don't embarrass yourself anymore.
No, now you're after new prey. Younger men, bigger money. Well, let me tell you something. You can stop casting your little, ugly, vulgar lures because they won't work. Maeve and I know what you're up to, and I can fully assure you that we intend to beat you at your own game.
For God's sake.
So why don't you stick to old man Lewis and count your blessings? Do your biological twitchings in his bedroom.
Don't you ever talk to me like that again.
How dare you?
I may come from humble beginnings, my dear, but I learned a thing or two about human dignity back there. I don't care who the hell you are or where you come from. Don't spew your venom at me. You have no right to judge me or anybody else for that matter, especially when it comes to trapping men. Maeve, didn't she tell you about how she blackmailed poor Philip Spaulding into marrying her and then nearly poisoned the poor thing with an aphrodisiac her family witch doctor brewed up for her? You want to talk about manipulation?
Did Philip tell you that?
Oh, no, honey, he didn't have to. It's what you call common knowledge.
You low-born gutter slut.
It's a hell of a lot better than being an overbearing, pompous blue blood any day.
This has gone absolutely far enough.
You know, you're right, Maeve. I've said nearly all I need to say. Except you listen, India, and you listen good. You stay clear of me, and you mind your own business.
My pleasure.
Or you'll wish you had. Just one last thing. If you give a damn about holding on to your husband, I suggest you drop the war tactics. Try love. If you have the slightest idea what that is.
Philip, let me give you a little piece of friendly advice, okay?
What's that?
You mind if I sit down?
Go ahead, it's your place.
Thank you, yes. Philip, any fool can see how smitten you are with Reva Lewis, and India is no fool.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah, come on, Philip, I think you do. You'd better steer clear of Reva. India's not going to take a slap like that lying down. She gets a bit vicious, as we both know, when she's crossed. She might even challenge Reva to a duel. I wonder what's keeping them so long.
I tell you what, why don't you go inside and find out? I'm sorry, HB, I'm your son.